Shalom, Shalom, Wonderstyle of Souls, but give no praise to Yahweh, but Shem El Shah, Shem Kakodash, double honor to the apostles of GMS and honor to brothers doing the work of the Most High in truth and in sincerity. Say a quick one. Says EU criticizes hasty UK approval, right? It's Reuters once again says the EU criticized Britain's rapid approval on Wednesday, saying its own procedure was more thorough after Britain became the first Western country to endorse. Right? It says the move to grant authorization has been seen by many as a political coup for UK PM Bojo, who has led his country out of the EU and faces criticism for his handling of the current situation. The decision was made under an ultra-fast emergency approval process. And this is the thing, man. Look, man, these they're trying to say everything's all good, everything's all safe, don't worry about it, right? But here it is, you've got like all of these different things, emergency this, emergency that, as we know that these companies themselves have what do you call it, have legal protection against against prosecution if anything bad happens. But if you're saying it's so damn safe, right, if you're saying it's so damn safe, then why do you need protection, right? Legal protection from lawsuits, right? We understand and see what is happening. This man is on end game mode, right? It's funny, one of the last major blockbusters right was Avengers Endgame, man. And this is what we're seeing. We're seeing Esau performing his end game, right? It says Eagle 21:9, Son of Man, prophesy and say, thus saith Yahweh, say a sword is sharpened and also furbished, right? So we go into that word there. Furbished basically means like polish, right? To perfect, right? I'll give the example of someone making, who's making a beat. He's in the studio making a beat. It's like, yo, man, let's go. Nah, man, I just need to polish this beat, man. Just polishing these beat, or I'm just trying to polish my skills, or all that, using polish to basically mean perfect, right? So Esau's perfecting his sword. He's sharpening it, right? And one of his, great weapons in his arsenal is his deception, right? Because when I consume information, I like to look at things from from the other perspective, because then that way I understand where someone is coming from, and understanding the arguments that they're gonna bring, right? And when you're reading into all of these different articles that trying to say that all of this stuff that he's about to push on the world is safe, right? If you didn't know better, you would believe it, right? If you didn't know who it is that we are dealing with, the characteristics of the person that we are dealing with, you would believe what he's saying, right? Now let's see if I can spell. Yeah, I can spell. It says Matthew 24:24, for there shall arise false anointeds and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect, right? So the things that Esau's going to be doing in his last days, right? If it were possible, they will deceive the elect, man. They will deceive the elect. So what about those people that aren't of the elect? Those people that aren't even spiritually inclined, right? Yeah, you got certain Jakes, man, that will straight up say F the Most High, right? And then let's not even think about these heathens, right? This is Hosea 4:6, right? And I like, I want to get this one because the thing with our people is, they're gonna fold, they're gonna take this, right? And you know why? Because they don't know who's giving it to them. All right, it's all well and good them saying, "No, I'm not going to take it." But guess what? Your food hasn't been threatened. Your way of life hasn't been threatened. You might be like, okay, cool. I ain't gonna go clubbing, and I ain't gonna go to the football games, and I ain't gonna travel then, right? But you know what? It's easy for you to say that now, right? And we already see how Esau likes using, for instance, say women, because women go and take it, right? When and what's gonna happen? She's gonna be like, oh, let's go on a date. I wanna go here. I wanna go to Switzerland, right, for the weekend. And then he's gonna be like, oh no, but I haven't got the serum. And then she's gonna be like, oh, why not just get it? Yeah, I got it. Whatever. And they're gonna go through it. Right? They're gonna trust him. Why? Because they don't understand who this man that is putting this thing together is. It says Hosea 4:6, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. And knowing who your enemy is a very important thing, right? Israel, we're in a battle, and most of the people don't even know who the enemy is. Would you look at that? Right? It's because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power, I will also forget thy children. Right, so because they've forgotten the law of the Most High, right? You look back in the curses, Jake went off, right? We all went off, right? That's why we're in the position that we are in, right? But through the mercies, tender mercies of Yahweh Hashem Shai, we watching this video, right? We have been blessed, right? To come back to the understanding of these scriptures, right? But for Israel not to know who he is, hey, that's a damn shame. That's a damn shame. And you know what? They're just a walking target. They're just a walking target, because Esau's gonna come and give all of these different serums and and eventually the mark of the beast is what he's gonna, which is the RFID microchip, right? Which is what is gonna seal the deal. But Jake go and take it because they don't understand the gravity of this thing. They don't understand that this man is the devil, right? And is as death, right? And cannot be satisfied, right? So Habakkuk 2:5, it says, yea, also because he transgresseth by one. That's his philosophies and, his sciences, that is philosophies, right? You read Timothy says, was it Timothy? Is it, avoiding profane and vain babblings, right? And science is falsely so called. Science means knowledge, right? And the true knowledge comes from the scriptures, right? When Simon's wife's mother was sick of a fever, right? Yahushua rebuked the demon, and then it left her, and then she was better. Right, so there was no need to, get together some shark blood, some crab blood, some aborted baby cells, make a potion to make her better. No, it was just, ultimately, it was through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai. Right, because you read in Sirach, I believe, the 38th chapter, it says, for of the Most High cometh healing. Right. So it says, yeah, also because he transgressed by one. Yeah, these V's, right? They are a doctrine. They are a philosophy, because you have people who defend them, right, and laugh at anyone who has an issue with them. Okay, it says, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home. And if that doesn't tell you who this is referring to, who's all constantly going up and down to different people's countries, right? It says, who enlargeth his desires hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied. So this man is described as death, right? In fact, let's grab this real quick. It's in Matthew 24:22. It says, and except those days should be shortened, they should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake those days shall be shortened, right? So for the elect, the Lord is going to shorten this man's, days, right? This is why time is moving quick, right? Because if he was left to his own device to rule forever, we'd all be dead. Why? Because he is as death, right? That is his spirit, which is why he's going to be destroyed in the kingdom, because there's not going to be no need for him after he served his punishment, right? It says, and cannot be satisfied. So he can't be satisfied, right, with all of the different people and manners of ways in which he's killed, right? That doesn't satisfy him, right? So, but gathereth unto him all nations, right? Speaking about all of these different metropolises, and heapeth unto him all people, right? I was gonna get something, but I forgot what it was. Okay. So carrying on, Ezekiel 21:9, the Son of Man, prophesy and say, thus saith Yahweh, say a sword is sharpened and also furbished. It is sharpened to make a sore slaughter. It is furbished that it may glitter. Should we then make mirth? Yes, should we be in a spirit of mirth? Hell no. Right? It says, it contemneth the rod of my son as every tree. and he hath given it to be furbished that it may be handled. The sword is sharpened and it is furbished to give it into the hand of the slayer. Right. So all of these different ways of, killing people, that understanding's been given to E by the Most High. Remember, Apostle Tahar we was speaking on it a while back, that this is the Most High's, what do you call it, chip that he's gonna be pushing. Why? Because that's how the Most High is gonna filter out who he wants and who he doesn't want. Because if you take that mark of the beast, look, man, hey, you done, right? Also wanted to to get this as well, because first article we read it was speaking about how the EU was getting on UK for fast tracking everything, right? And makes you think of these scriptures, brother. Greatly pointing out, that that's the division, right? One of the brothers, right? It says Daniel 2:41 says, "And whereas thou sawest the feet and toes, part of potter's clay and part of iron, the kingdom shall be divided, and Esau's kingdom is divided." Right? That's why you have certain groups that are, his whole kingdom's divided, man, right? And what does the scripture say? If Satan be cast against Satan, how shall this kingdom stand? And it ain't gonna stand, right? It's gonna fall, right? And according to 2 Ezra 6:9, right after it falls, guess what happens? Ours rises. So I was just watching Apostle Tahar's video, and at the end of it was like, look, man, we want Esau to hurry up, right? Because as soon as he does what he does, we gonna be out of it, right? It says, and part of iron, the kingdom shall be divided, but they shall be in it of the strength of iron, for as much as thou sawest the iron mixed with the miry clay, and as the toes of the feet were part of iron, right, and part of clay, so the kingdom shall be partly strong and partly broken, right? So as always, Laws, that was edifying. Till next time, Shalom.